Welcome to Practice Diary and welcome to my new bass studio. Now this is where I'm going to be hosting all of my private lessons from now on and doing all my home recording and also shooting my bass practice diary videos. So what better way to start in my new studio than with a really cool bass exercise? Now this is what I would call a symmetrical exercise. Now I first came across the idea for doing symmetrical exercises years ago when I read a book by the great jazz bass player Ray Brown. It's called something like Ray Brown's Bass Method. And he uses these kind of symmetrical exercises. And the idea of a symmetrical exercise is that you're just using the same repeating interval or a short sequence of intervals, and it just repeats going up and up and up and up and up. So it's a bit like patterns, but they're really useful patterns to use for jazz improvisation. It gets you away from just playing scales all the time. So it's a bit of a kind of variation of practicing scales. So let me explain to you what the exercise is, and then I'll get into how do you actually use it in jazz improvisation. So it's based around augmented triads. Now an augmented triad is just when you go up in major thirds. So if you take a root note, C for example, then you'd go up a major third to E, another major third to A flat or G sharp, and then if you go up another major third after that, you're back to C again, and the intervals just repeat. To play the exercise, what we're going to do is we're going to take that augmented triad, and we're going to take it through the whole tone scale. So the whole tone scale is another symmetrical scale. It's when you just go up with a tone, a tone, a tone. So a tone just means basically taking it up 2 frets on our bass. So if we start on a C augmented triad, the next one's going to be a D augmented triad, and then an E augmented triad, F sharp, G sharp, B flat, and you're back to C again. And you can just take it up as far as you can comfortably go on your bass neck, and obviously you can do it in reverse. And you can also you can kind of mess around with going up and down, so you could do something like etc. You get the right idea anyway. So that's the exercise. How do you apply it to playing jazz harmony? Well, basically what this exercise gives you, it only gives you 6 notes, because you start off with your C triad, your C augmented triad, which is C, E, G sharp, and then you have your D triad, which is D, F sharp, A sharp, B flat, and then you'll find when you get to your E triad, it just gives you the same notes as the C triad. It gives you E, A flat, G sharp, and C, and that's just an inversion of the C triad. And then when you get up to here and you start on F sharp, it just gives you an inversion of the D triad. So it's like you're just getting 2 triads and their inversions all the way up the neck. So it's really only 6 notes. So if you put those 6 notes together, you get C, D, E, F sharp, G sharp, B flat, A sharp, and then you're back to C again. It's like a little scale. And then the same thing, because it's symmetrical, that pattern just repeats up the neck. So the same thing on D, same thing on E, same thing on F sharp. That's it. So if we think about it in terms of, if we were playing on a C7 chord, if our chord was C7, it would give us C, which would be the root note, D, which would be the 9th, E, which would be the major third, F sharp or G flat, which is like a sharp 11, it's like an alteration, and then you've got A flat, which would be like a flat 13, and B flat, which is the dominant 7th. So you get this interesting mix of inside and outside notes. Inside note, inside note, inside note, outside note, outside note, inside note. And because it's a symmetrical scale, that pattern then repeats itself on all these other chords. So you could do the same thing, you can use exactly the same set of notes on a D7 chord and it will give you the same set of intervals, exactly the same set of notes on an E7 chord, it will give you the same set of intervals. So you could in fact use these same patterns to play over C7, D7, E7, F sharp or G flat 7, G sharp or A flat 7, A sharp or B flat 7. All of those different chords, you can use these kind of patterns. Let me see if I can demonstrate what I mean.